The 8% no withdrawal retirement portfolio. Ooh, makes me nervous. I like this article. I like what these guys are talking about. We're going to dive into this a little bit and just, because I get this all the time. What if I just lived off the dividends? I hear that all the time. And we're going to look at this a little bit. And so I like these guys. A contrarian outlook, and it's pretty good. Pretty good piece. I'm going to take it apart a little bit here. But I like what they talk about. I'm a fan. I just, right here. So we're going to kick down here. He goes, we talk about Bill Bengen, the 4% rule. Bill Bengen said he's nervous a little bit into retirement. He's not comfortable, he said. He's cutting back on spending, this Billy Bengen. And then these guys say, Billy B, ditch your own rule and get with a contrarian, retire on dividends loan program. We don't limit ourselves to a bland mix of conventional stocks and bonds. The best way to retire on dividends in this market is to dive out into the overlooked, underappreciated income plays. All right, so right here, you got $1 million. We got $1 million in capital. We're getting $70,000 a year in income, and we're not touching our $1 million of capital. All right, he says it stays intact or better. And then he talks about the 4% rule. Again, it's reverse dollar cost averaging. 100%. I agree with that. I don't discount that in the least. And we can see what happened January 19th to April 2020. They were saying this is the wrong time to sell. You don't want to sell this down. I completely agree with that. I 100% know that's the issue when it comes to retirement planning, is that you're going to have to tap into principal. Let's eat some barbecue. Make sure you get off. And when you do, you don't want to tap into principal when the markets are down, which is why we do the barbell strategy. So I don't have any issue with what they're saying here. And I like Bill Bengen, actually. I'm a fan, big fan. All right, but then they talk about the trick with a no withdrawal portfolio is finding yields high enough to make it work. Why are the yields so high? You got to go off the beaten path, because the only time you'll find blue chips yielding good money is after they crash. I completely agree with this. The reason they're yielding so much is because they've went down in value. That's just a fact. The yield goes up when the price goes down. Remember, a dividend, I'll just draw this again. It's raining out, need some rain. Haven't had rain for a couple of days. And my God, I need some. So remember, a company's trading at $100 right now. It pays a 50-cent dividend. Well, we'll just say $5 for simplicity. It pays a $5 dividend per share. $5 dividend per share. Each share is $100. It pays a $5 dividend. Your yield is 5%. All right, it's literally yield over price. That's it. So we go yield. It's dividend over price. 5%. Just that simple. All right. And you can take a trusty calculator. 5 divided by 100. 5%. Just so you know, I'm not tricking you here. If the price goes down to 50, how does that change things? Remember, dividend over price over 100. So now we take our trusty calculator. 5 divided by 100. 5 divided by 50, 5 divided by 50. That's going to be what, 10? 5 divided by 50. Now we have a 10% dividend yield. All right, so the dividend itself has stayed $5. The price has changed, which means the yield has gone up. Now, the same thing could happen on the other side. The price goes up, the yield goes down. Again, that assumes the dividend stays the same. That's the drawback. Assumes the dividend stays the same. Assumes that dividend $5 doesn't change or it goes up. And I'm like, I don't think you can make that assumption on things, especially when there's a reason the price has dropped so much on the stock. A lot of times that means they can't pay the dividend. As we're witnessing, what was the company just the other day that dropped their dividend? Was it I can't remember. It was a big blue chip company. I'm drawing a blank. IBM? I can't remember. Was it IBM? I don't think it was AT&T maybe. Either way. All right, so that's the scary thing here is when the dividend changes. The reason the price drops, especially dividend stock, is because a lot of times there's word that they're going to drop their dividend, if that makes sense. All right, so let's keep going. Now, if the dividend doesn't change, right? If the dividend stays the same and the price has gone down, there's nothing wrong with that, man, as long as the dividend is solid. The price goes down because they're worried about the dividend dropping because they're probably worried about a lot of debt out there. But as long as the dividend stays the same, yes, you don't have to sell. I agree. However, let's run some numbers here. So I did a portfolio thing here on a Vanguard Dividend Growth Fund, which I love. I don't own. Do I own it anymore? I don't think I own it anymore. I don't. I'm out of the market by and large. I got a couple stocks, but I'm out for a little bit. I'm waiting. I had some taxes to pay. I said I want to make sure I got liquidity to pay the tax. I typically don't get out of the market, but I felt a slowdown at the beginning of this, and probably about 2 months ago. I said if things go bad to worse, I'm gonna need to have some liquidity, and I didn't have enough liquidity because I had to pay so many freaking taxes, dude. It's crazy, but that's them's the breaks. All right, so what we're doing the Vanguard Dividend Growth Fund. We're putting 100,000 schmackers in there. We're not we are reinvesting dividends. I just want to show you, and we're going to show you how much income we have here. Actually, let's not do reinvest dividends. Let's not. I just want to show you how much income we've got. All right, so we're not going to reinvest dividends. And the fund starts in basically 1992, so our first calendar year is 1993. And what we're going to show you here is our $100,000, not reinvesting dividends, grew to 321. 30 years later. So I'll take that. Compounded annual return growth rate of 3.94. Let me just show you the difference between reinvesting dividends and not. Just as a you'll see. So remember, it's about 4% was a CAGR, compounded annual growth rate, without reinvesting dividends. With reinvesting dividends, is twice that, more than twice that. The value of dividends reinvested is huge. I cannot stress that enough. But anyway, so what we're trying to prove here. While you're accumulating assets, just keep that in mind. All right, so what happens here, we're going to show you the income. So we get $8,700 on a $100,000 investment, roughly. All right, $8,700. That's an 8.7% distribution yield. Now that's dividends and capital gains. We're going to talk about here in just a second, because it says right here, reinvest dividends, no. And you'll see down here, it's going to say on income, where does it say it? Hold on a sec. You'll see it says reinvest dividends and distributions. That'd be capital gain distributions, which you can't hold your hat on because you don't know when the capital gain distributions are going to be, if they're going to be any. All right, so, but this is what I want to show you. In year 1994, 6.484%. That was how much money you got on that $100,000 investment. How much was $100,000 worth in 1994? About $90,000. So at the end of 1994, you had $6,000 of income. So what I want to do here is we're going to go over here, and we're going to show you the actual dividends it paid out. So it paid 17 cents, 13 cents, 13 cents, and 13 cents. All right, so we got how much dividends did it pay? It paid 0.13. Got to turn on. 0.13 times 3 is 39 cents per share in dividends, plus 17 right there. So it paid out 0.56 cents per share in dividends. 0.56 per share. All right, so that's what we got in dividends, 0.56. What was the price at that point? We're going to go to this one right here. This is why I love Yahoo, dude, because it has all this stuff. So the price starting the year was $11.18. The price end of the year was about $11.63. So we're going to split the difference and say the price on average is about $11.31. We're going to say $11.31. All right. So we're going to say our dividend yield was 0.56 divided by 11.31 should give us about 5. Yes, about 5% dividend yield. 5% dividend yield. Everybody with me so far? So if you had $100,000 and we got a 5% dividend yield, that means we should have had $5,000 in cash, right? But we got more than that. We had $8,700 in cash. Why? Well, because they had a big fat capital gain of 40 cents right there. So we had a dividend yield of 0.56 plus a capital gain of 40 cents. And so that's why this is a little bit confusing. Like, why is it paying so much? Well, because of capital gain. So now we're going to go to 1994, I should say, and you're going to see the same dividends, 13 cents. 0.2, a little bit up, 0.2, 13. So we go 0.13 times 3 plus 0.2. Our dividends went up to 59 cents a share. All right, 0.59. Now let's go to 1995, 0.17, 0.17, 0.13, 0.17, 0.13. So again, we're back down to what, 56 cents a share. So we go to 56 cents a share. Now we go to 1995. If I'm reading that correctly, 13, 17. Yep, that's 1995. Yeah, that's right, 1995. Now let's go to 1996. 16, 13, 14. 14, 13, 13. So here we go to 0.16 plus 0.26 plus 0.14. Now we're back at 50.56 cents a share. I hope you see what's happening here. Our actual dividends haven't grown at all. They've grown from 1993 to 1994, back down 1995, 1996. Now check this out. They start going up a little bit, 18 cents, 6, but still pretty flat, dude. Pretty flat. 13, ooh, down to 12, 10, 11, 22-cent special dividend. Ooh, so look at this. 2001 dividends are way down. 9 cents, 10 cents. So in 2001, we're at 0.0. Let's see, 2001 right there. 0.09 plus 0.09 plus 0.1 plus 0.09. March, right there. 1, 2, yeah, 0.09. So we're down to 37 cents a dividend per share. Dividends, 37 cents. Now let's look at the price in 2001. The price in 2001 was, all right, and we got a nice capital gain there, but still we can't rely on the capital gain because we don't know. The price was 14.71 to start the year, and it was 11.88 to end the year. So 11.88 plus 14.71, we're just going to divide by 2. So it's 13.29. 13.29 is the average price throughout the year. And again, that's not, you wouldn't do that for date of death accounting or anything like that, but just give me a break. So we're going to take that, we're going to take 0.37, divide by 13.29. That's a 2.7% distribution, dividend rate, dividend yield, I should say, 2.7. So even though the price has dropped, the dividend has dropped more. All right, so check this out. How much income we get from this guy? 2001, $7,000 bucks. Yikes. 7,000. 2002, 3,000. Because watch what happens to the dividends. 2000. Look at that. We're stuck at 11, 10 cents, 9 cents, 11 cents, 11 cents, 12 cents. 30. We're back to 13 and 14 cents in 2007, thankfully. But look, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. I mean, those dividends just fell off a cliff, dude. Now, in 1999, we're still only at 13, 13, 13, and let's see, 1999, 13, 13, 13, and 12. So in 1999, even at 0.13 times 3 plus 0.12. In 1999, we're still at 51 cents a share. So we've gone down from 56 to 51 over that decade right there. Notice this too. What else? How much capital gain do we have? Oh. In 2001, we had no capital gain. So the only income we made was 9-cent dividend, 10-cent dividend, 9-cent dividend, 9-cent dividend. Oh, I guess we got the capital gain in 2001.
What's a big fear for folks?
Ooh. Spiders?
No.
Snakes?
No. It's not getting the most out of their Social Security.
Oh.
You see.
What was that? Did y'all hear that? So it sounded like Peyton Manning. It is Peyton Manning. What is he talking about, Peyton Manning? All right, good night. Talk about Social Security. All right, that's all right. So we had 41-cent capital gain in 2001. Watch what happens the rest of this decade, though. We had a 41-cent capital gain in 2000. 87-cent capital gain in 1999. 33% capital gain in 1999. So 1999, big distributions. 86 cent in 1998. 15 cent in 19. You can see, so big distributions in the 90s. Watch what happens in the aughts, though. Ready? Ooh. No capital gains. What? No capital gains there. No capital gain there in 2003. 2004, no capital gains. 2005, 2006, no capital gains. Finally, a little bit of a 10-cent capital gain in 2007. And that's going to be reflected, look at that, the income. So you're not touching the shares, but your income isn't enough to pay the bills because the dividend rates went down. Not the dividend yields, the actual dividends it paid. And then because the market's turning south, there isn't any capital gains either because there's nothing but capital losses. So they're not having distributions. This is the issue about living off dividends only. I'd say this all the time, man. Is that if the dividend goes down, you're in a world of hurt, man. And just because the dividend yield went up doesn't mean anything if you already own the shares. If you already own the shares, the dividend yield, the only thing that means is that your price per share went down. It's tough to live off dividends alone. I'm telling you, everyone is saying, look at this. You can see it just bouncing all the place. It's 37 cents. I think that was in 2001. With a 2.7% yield. About half of what it was in 1993. Again, the yield doesn't matter so much. It's actually the dividends we're receiving. The actual dollars we're putting that we can use to pay for food. It went from 4.56 in 1993 to 37 cents. So that's a decline of 19 cents divided by 0.56. It went down 32%. So what's it at now? Let's just take a gander now on this guy. And the dividend yields now are at right here, 0.33433 plus 0.215 plus 0.041. That's 2022. So we're at 68 cents a share. That's it. I mean, I love that. I love growing dividends, but let's not. I mean, this is 68 cents a share in 2022. In 2021, 30, 53, 57. It's right back to where it was, way down here. Capital gain is going to be high up here, I guarantee you that, because they've had massive. They had 91-cent capital gain, 17 cents capital gain, 40-cent capital gain. You can't roll $1 capital, $1.30. You can't rely on those capital gains for income. I mean, here's your income. This includes capital gains. So here we got a $19,000 capital dividend income distribution off a portfolio that's worth $19,000. What was that for 2021? 22. $19,000 at the end of 2022 for a portfolio that's worth $321. So 19 divided by 321. That's a 6% distribution yield. I'll take that. But look what you got here. Here you got 2010, $2,500 off a right there. That's 117,000. That's just not going to get the job done, dude. I'm telling you, be careful before you follow the techniques. I'll put a link to this guy's show notes. I like it. I think it's a wonderful strategy. But man, the idea is just going to live off your. I tell you, the yield is contingent on the dividends and the price. Both of those things can change, as we just witnessed. I think it was AT&T. I don't have my phone. Some big company just dropped their dividend, dude. And when the dividend changes, that's the dollars amount you don't have coming in that you thought you were, which means you're going to have to take your principal out, or you have to tighten your belt big time. So be careful. All right, love your thoughts. We'll see you. Don't forget to subscribe to my locals channel in the Doobie Duke, and subscribe to my email, which you can find in the Doobie Duke as well. See ya.